Can you hear me now? I can hear you now. Okay. Yeah, man, for as expensive as GoPros are, they sure are some buggy pieces of equipment. Kind of frustrated with them. What was I saying? I didn't say anything important. I just said, like, hey guys, I'm Dale. I paint t-shirts. Same old everything, everyday type of stuff. So I unplugged my mic. So I'm using the straight GoPro mic, which means you're not going to hear me as well as you would if the mic was working. And I can't really change that without ending the stream, so hopefully it's clear enough. Thank you guys for joining the chat and hanging out. What does the writing say? It says Daytona. I know it's a little hard to read. That's okay. Daytona. A little bit of I like to paint. My name is Dave. I'm making a sunset. I am making a simple beach sunset. I don't know if it's a sunset or a sunrise or which direction the sun's going, but is some sun and some ocean and some clouds. And now some highlights. I want to show you guys something that I painted last night. I'll make a big video of it. It's going to be cool, but I'll just show you a picture of it in just a minute here. I've been playing with black lights and UV reactive paints, and it's turning out to be some really cool effects that I'm going to make some videos on. I want to do a whole tutorial on how UV paint works and how fluorescent works. And because the techniques and the effects that I'm getting with it are really, really neat. It's a lot of fun to play with, and I kind of built the studio with that in mind. So, what is Daytona? Is it like a beach? Daytona Beach is a thing. So the colors look really weird on most shirts, but if I plan the colors right, let me get my thing. Whoa. I painted this last night. And it's really sweet. I think it's sweet. I did a bunch of UV paintings last night while I was working. But it's fun. It's cool stuff. So I'm going to do more of those. I'm going to make a bunch of videos on how it all works and like a guide on how to get started painting UV, or I don't know what to call it, fluorescent artwork. I don't know. But yeah. Can you send me your address? Oh, you do have it already. Yeah, I'll message you on Instagram. Look at that setup. I haven't painted yours yet because I've been very busy, but I'll do that soon. Now I gotta do the same thing on the back. So we're basically doing the same design as I just did. Starting over. Where do you get UV paint? The regular paint. Right now, Createx is the paint I'm using. It's kind of a mixed thing of paint, but Createx and most of it. Anything that's fluorescent. Make sure you can read that. Fluorescent paint glows in a black light. So you can see some of my colors do, other colors don't. Most of the colors look the same or like a similar color in black light as they do regular light, but some colors look completely different. Like this white. This isn't white, what is this? This is yellow. White, for example, is really bright in regular light, obviously because it's white, but in black light it's dark. It's like a black shadow. But yeah, just regular fluorescent paint. We got several different brands that I'm playing with, but Createx so far is doing great. Pablo, when is the Omni 30,000 going to be available again? I'm not sure. I actually got an email from Badger today, this morning, that I haven't responded to, saying that, hey, your order's ready, that you placed 2.5 months ago. So I don't know if I'm even going to respond to that yet. I've kind of given up on them, but I think I'm going to grab that order anyway, and then just sell it to you guys without worrying about the store. I gotta concentrate. Earnhardt. It's Earnhardt. This is a racing shirt. E-A-R-N. I'll use a different color. H-A-R-D-T. Have you ever drawn anime? No, not really. I've copied some anime work as commissions, but myself drawing in anime style, no, it's not. I've never tried that. I like it. I like that artwork style a lot. I just I haven't done it myself. I need to be careful here. I'm running out of room for my letters. One's kind of goofy. See you, Liv. Thanks for hanging out. You're welcome for making these videos. Alright. After this one, I got some nice, easy calligraphy style script designs. They're not as interesting to me as these graffiti designs, but they're satisfying to watch. They're fun to paint because they're faster. So we'll do some of those. It's fine. Give me a palm tree and put one right there. Speedcore graffiti. Hardcore, that is over 3 and what? BPM, beats per minute on graffiti? You have to explain. I assume you just mean like paint graffiti real fast. But I could be wrong. That palm killed me. You don't like it? Yeah, it's kind of it'll be alright. It's got a style to it. It's kind of like falling over. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you for the comment. Glad you're enjoying the content. Trying to be real. And this isn't an act. This is how I. This is who I am all the time. Speedcore as in the music. Yeah, but you said graffiti. Am I painting to speedcore music? I don't like when I have to do the same design over and over. It stops being a creativity thing and more of like a production thing. Send you a canvas with some letters you can implement. Like write speedcore in graffiti. Oh, you want to write the word speedcore in a graffiti style? I sure could. I certainly can. Oh, I missed it. For being a white dude, you got style. Can't tell if I'm supposed to be offended or complimented. For being a white dude. That's great. That's the comment of the day. You win. Alright, let's move on to something different. I can't see in graffiti, only in normal. It says Earnhardt. Yes, these are a little more difficult to read than my usual letters are. I recognize that. Boop. What's next? Red, black, yellow, and green. Hi, Dale. Hi, Liv. Very challenge. Why are you yelling at me? Alright, unity is the word. It's just simple letters, it's not too crazy. On the front, the word unity. Make sure my camera is in the good spot. UNITY. How hard is it to make graffiti? Well, it's a loaded question. That depends on the complexity of your graffiti letters, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna depend on who you are, really, and how good you are at making graffiti. I'll compare it to painting like script lettering. It's a lot harder to make graffiti letters than script letters because the letters are a lot more complex, they're a lot bigger. Spacing is a big issue, and unlike most fonts, every letter in graffiti, this isn't really graffiti, this is what I'm talking about. Every letter in a graffiti style interacts with the letters around it, so they have to cooperate. So you have to think ahead as you're writing, and you have to kind of be able to visualize things before they appear. That or do a whole lot of sketching first. But it's not that bad. Yellow and green. How come we didn't keep all the airbrushes on one holder like before? Primarily I wanted to be able to stand here and sit here with the hat in front of me when I do the hats and be able to like reach both of them instead of sitting over here and then all of the airbrushes, and I was like, I can't reach the green, and that was bad. But there's an extra one over here for colors I don't use as much, but like I want to paint mainly in one spot and have my things more accessible and not in my way. That's kind of why. Also, all 25 of those airbrushes on one holder was kind of heavy for it, and it was starting to sag in the middle. I'd hate to come out here one day to see all of my airbrushes on the ground. So I split them up so it's stronger and more accessible. Thank you, Fallen Eek. Are you an owner or in a graffiti crew? Owner. A wonder? I paint by myself. I don't have a graffiti crew. I've never done graffiti on walls. I would like to. I haven't had the opportunity to. I don't have a whole lot of experience with spray cans. I have some. I can do it, but most of what I do is right here with these airbrushes. I prefer painting canvases and stuff like that instead of just t-shirts, because while these t-shirts are cool and they're easier to paint, I wouldn't wear a shirt like this. I don't know. But I would hang up some wall art. Yes, these are PVC pipes. There's lots of ways to do this. It's just a T and an elbow and a thing with 1/2-inch holes drilled all the way through. The airbrushes just sit right in there, no problem. It works best with siphon-fed bottles or airbrushes with the bottle underneath. If you have a gravity-fed with the cup on top, it just kind of like flips over because it's top-heavy. So if you have gravity-fed airbrushes, I would suggest a different type of holder. I need some drips. I need some drippity doodads. Drippity drip, drip, drip. Never seen anything like this in my country. I don't know where you live, but yeah, I don't see anything like this here in my country either, honestly. I've seen very few people out in public wearing airbrush shirts. I'm busy painting them all the time, but I've never seen them. It's kind of more for, I see more kids wearing them, and particular black people birthday parties, which is fine. It's just that style. There's particular demographics and styles of people that wear airbrush shirts, and it's not everybody around here. They're mainly seen as kind of trashy or like vacation tourist site sort of stuff, which is why I want to stop painting so many t-shirts, because the people that order these t-shirts don't really appreciate them nearly as much as you guys watching me paint them. So I'd really rather paint something different. This one's done. We're moving on. What's next? What's next? Some script with some butterflies. Czech Republic. That's cool. I see a lot of interest in airbrushing from Germany and Czechoslovakia and all those places over there. There's a lot of graffiti over there. A lot of graffiti artists from Germany. How are you? No one asked, so I did. I'm great. I'm doing good today. Same old thing. YUSRA. That's gotta be like a Polish name. YUSRA. Sorry, my hands are kind of in the way during that. Ba-doop-doop-doo. And we need some butterflies. See you, Liv. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Another one here. And we're going with some blue for the background design. So you grab your titanium light, some phthalo blue. 52, there's 76 in this one. The number of people in the stream has gone up a little bit every time. I'm working my way up there. There was one day I had like 280 people in here at one time, and I was like, this is crazy. Why is there so many people? But usually it's around 50 or 60. Yesterday we made it up to 90, I think, or 100. I don't mind slowly but surely heading up there in that direction. That's cool. Especially since I'm just doing my thing, talking to myself. I figure I'll be painting these shirts doing this either way. Might as well have some company, I guess. Can I call it company if it's just me talking to myself, looking at chats? All right. I have to do this outline. Have you ever done a tattoo? See a Sergeant Sauce. I have not personally done a tattoo, no. I've always wanted to try, but I've never wanted to be a tattoo artist. I have designed tattoos for people. It's fine. It's fine. Moving on. You're grounded. John. You got grounded from YouTube? That's interesting. Probably grounded from everything. John, I expect better behavior from you, son. How am I supposed to do my job if you're not watching? You guys are crazy. You want to be my tattoo, my trial run? Oh, I'm down. That would make a really good video. This shirt says Squirt King. Squirt King. Okay. See you, ready? Thanks for hanging out. Love from Indonesia. I love seeing everybody from all over the place watching. That's kind of neat. Dun, 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 dun. Mine? Running out of air pressure? Yeah, get your grades up. Gotta get your grades up. More crowns. Sometimes people comment on my crowns. No, I'm not part of the 5 kings. It's just a 5-pointed crown because it's symmetrical. What colors? What colors? Blue and gold, and red. I'm from Earth. Same. Well, I'm not. I live here now. Originally, I was not from Earth. It's a temporary residence. This is a, what's it called? Ultramarine blue. It's not my favorite color blue, but I've got a bunch of it, so I'm trying to use it up. Actually, this blue is it's a custom blue I mixed of a bunch of colors because I didn't like the ultramarine blue right out of the bottle. So I darkened it up a bit, made it a bit richer of a color. My colors change all the time. I need to clean this white paint out. Alright, let's do some highlights. I'm curious, how many airbrush artists do we have here in the chat? I know we got lots of artists from all over the place. If you're an artist, let me know what kind of artist you are in here. What's your primary medium? I guess it's medium. Thank you, guys. There's so many comments, I can't keep up with them all. That's an awesome problem to have. I need more room. Stay. No! Bye. Sud's Kitchen. Let's see. I run a handmade soap business, so bubbles or something you may think related would be nice. Something you may think would be related would be nice. Okay. Somebody needs to get Grammarly. Not an airbrush artist, but I dabble with the Eels aerosol cans. That is when it gets to be spring here again, that's going to be my thing. I'm going to be spraying a bunch of paint cans. Tattoo artist. Tattoos are something I always want to try. Digital art is something that I've got an iPad. I've been playing with it. I don't have, for some reason, I work better using my whole upper body and arms. When I'm using a pencil, man, I just can't seem to get the same control. It's a whole different muscle memory sort of thing. But I'm working on that. Airbrush artist, painter, Fight Club theme. Oh, that's a great idea. For the soap. Yeah, I need the soap. Who's calling me? No. Like that guy? I'm not gonna write Fight Club on it. It's just a pink bar. So I'll just use that bar of soap. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is the text. At least place the text, because that's always the center point. Front, SUDZ, kitchen. They want a calligraphy script style. Ouch. How do you not know what grade you're in? Alright, SUDZ, kitchen. I'll put this bar of soap right here. Bubbles everywhere else. KITCHEN. What colors did they want? Blue and pink is on the design. Normally I do black shadows. Today I'm going to do blue shadows on this one. Make sure my letters are all the same thickness. I don't like having inconsistency. It's kind of eh. I'll give it 3 stars. Let's use this darker pinkish. Tattoo. Okay. You make it a little more round. It's too square to be soap. That'll work. Bubbles, when you illustrate a bubble, usually it's blue for whatever reason, but it doesn't need to be blue. I'm going to lay down a base of some of this pink real lightly and then come back on top of it with white and use white as the line work color here. Which means I have to work quickly because I want that pink to be wet still when I hit it with the white. Are you in the Airbrush Club on Facebook? I don't know. There's a couple of them on Facebook that I'm part of, I think, but I don't use Facebook much. People don't respond to my work on Facebook very well. People in those airbrush clubs are real snippety. I don't know. If it's not a skull on a motorcycle, they don't want to see it, and I just haven't had any luck posting anything on there. All I see is skulls and bikes and skulls and bikes and flames and eagles and American flags, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool work, but there's other things to paint too. Liv, I don't want to know something sad. Charcoal was my favorite in high school. I used to use those Conti crayons. I don't know if Conti crayon is a brand or if it's a medium hard chalk pastels, I guess, whatever you want to call them. Drip the pink. Okay. Yeah, I should. I gotta play with that white. If I drip over that white, that white's gonna show through. I'm gonna throw a bunch of bubbles here first and kind of fill out the design. I want to I want to do stuff. People make fun of me for playing sports as a girl. I don't even believe that. people make fun of you for playing sports as a girl, then that's either not what they're making fun of you for, or those aren't real people. And you can just ignore those children. You're in middle school, right, Liv? There's no reason for you to even worry about what other people think at this point in life. Middle schoolers are the meanest people in the world. And most ignorant people in the world. You're actually smarter in like primary school, and then you get real stupid in middle school. I know. I've seen me do it. And that's another thing, Liv. The popular girls in middle school are not, they're not popular girls. Don't worry about them. You do you. Don't worry about what other people think. I mean, that's not a general statement. You should worry about what other people think, because generally the opinion of others is of some use for feedback, but if you're minding your own business, playing sports, and they're making fun of you because you're not doing whatever they're doing, then you don't need to be a part of that. I was not the popular kid in school. I actually have no friends from high school that I still talk to. Not a one. That's a lot of comments. Hold on. Follow your dreams. That's right. Yeah, everyone's just saying the same thing about popular girls. I mean, it's not super elaborate, but it's getting there. It's supposed to be quick. Think like a theme park caricature, like that much time. I'm not gonna spend 25 minutes on each shirt. That's a lot. How come I didn't bring the design down a little bit? Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of people comment that I put it too high on the shirt, but like your belly button's here-ish, right? The text is pretty far down. I don't know. When I wear shirts, I prefer the design being up a little higher, and I don't know. Other airbrush artists get on my case a lot because I put the design too high, but I've never in my life ever gotten feedback from a customer that the design was too high, or too big for that matter. So I guess I just don't think about it much because I haven't gotten any feedback on that. I think I've painted bigger and bigger designs over the years. Pink, purple, and black. This is an opportunity to switch into nighttime mode. But hopefully the colors work out. We're gonna do some night painting after I fix this airbrush. If the needle isn't set all the way to the front of the cone of the airbrush, then paint's going to come out even when you don't pull the trigger back, which is like not being able to lift your pencil off the paper, and that's bad. This is DJ Marcus. Marcus. Pink, purple, and black. See how it glows. The colors are going to be cool when we turn the regular light back on. So it's going to look a lot different than it does now. It looks pink, but I know it's actually a purple color. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole explanation on how to do this technique and these effects. It's very simple. Fluorescent paint and UV lights. But some people don't realize how simple it is, so I'll make a video explaining how to do all this, because it's neat. If you're an airbrush artist who does like parties and events and stuff, then you probably already do this sort of thing. The hard part is making artwork that looks good in both UV light and regular light, because the colors act differently. I saw your Instagram video like that. I see you. That's cool. I'm glad you saw that. I got some other videos that I recorded last night of painting some really cool graffiti designs in blacklight paint that I need to edit and post. Here is an example of what I was talking about way at the beginning of this stream, where some colors look completely different in this type of light. This white paint is going to look like a shadow. What are you saying? Do a video lettering spacing on different lengths of words to where to start the lettering? What do you mean? Centering lettering is hard. Alright, that's a whole different thought process. This is white paint, but in UV light, it looks like a shadow. And the only reason it does that is because this white paint is absorbing UV light and not reflecting it. Which is how how colors work all of the time. So when I turn this back on, boing, it's pink and purple. It's a little bit darker than I thought, but that's what it is. The Airbrush Club was made by Pat Gaines. I spoke to Pat Gaines on the phone yesterday for a while. See ya, bye. I need more room. Is this dry? It's dry. Next, it's a graffiti design. This will be a fun one. Black, gold, and red. This is going to be the shirt of the day. I can tell. I'm going to throw my camera on this tripod and record it. and make a time lapse later, just because. And nope, video and record. Okay. Centering just takes practice. That's the truth. It's just you gotta visualize the word first. You know how many letters it is. I used to count letters. I used to like space them out and then count how many there were and go across. Now it really is just kind of in my head. Let me fill this yellow paint up, and we'll talk about some centering, and we'll do this one. Again, this is one of those graffiti designs, so it's big, thick letters. Centering would be an obstacle here, if anywhere. It's not a long word, though. It's just Ethan. This paint is super, super thick. I have a cabinet on the way, so all this paint is going to be in a cabinet right here. And I won't be coming to the cardboard box of paint for much longer. The needle. Fight Club. $72 concurrent viewers. Hello, everybody. Okay, here we go. But brand paint. This is Createx paint. Most of it is. There's a couple different brands in there, but I'm for everything. Ethan. E-T-H-A-N. So I know before I start that the H is the middle letter, so it should be somewhere in the middle as I'm going across, but I really am just going to visualize E-T-H-A-N here, and I'm going to play with those styles a little bit. Graffiti letters, you want to be big and stylistic, so you can use the vertical space. This T, for example, is going to go on top of the H, or on top of the E and the H, I guess. H is going to come down lower, and then A is going to have that angle to it, so that the N can kind of use that space and come above it. You don't have to write across. You can kind of go off on your own little tangent wherever you want to, and that will be fine. This guy again. I'm deleting him. Can I? Hold still. I'm trying to block. Hide user on this channel. Alright, he's gone. He's been spamming for a while. Had to bust out the band hammer. Would you like me to put the hammer down? Well, does it always have to be a white tee? No, it doesn't have to be. I can paint on other colors and black shirts and everything else. But painting on black shirts is a little more difficult because you have to lay down a white base first. It's not that big of a deal, especially if I'm doing a cool graffiti design or something. I don't mind taking those extra steps to make it look nice on whatever color shirt. But if I'm doing these simple shirts, this shirt on a black shirt would take 4 times as long and just wouldn't be worth it. I have to charge a lot more and it's not practical. But you can paint on whatever color you want to, with some prep work first. See, I made a mistake here. These are all coming down real low, and this one's way up here. Kind of goofy up by itself. Not a whole lot I can do about that other than like adding a shape down there, but I don't want to because it's not in the design. So it's not something that a customer is going to see or complain about, but I know that I could have done better here. Ouch. What do you guys think about the UV light, the black light painting? I don't feel like anybody's quite as hyped up about it as I personally am, which is fine, but I feel like I was thinking about it all night when I was having dreams about painting in black light paint. I just thought it was really cool. And everyone else was like, that's cool, whatever. I think it's neat. You don't have to like it. Am I left-handed or right-handed? I am left-handed. This hand is here kind of as extra control. It's not, I don't need to use it, but it helps me because you kind of use your whole upper body to paint with. So an extra brace up here, like shooting a gun, helps you just control where you're going. Red, gold, and black. I'm gonna do these, they're not drips, they're like some spiky things. These are all dagger strokes. Some of them I get close to get a nice sharp line, or I come farther away to get a faded look. And you kind of just mix the styles as you go. I might have to leave soon, Dale. Liv, you're allowed to go to the bathroom without a hall pass. You don't have to ask permission. Okay, that'll work. I'm gonna do gold inside, get some red on the outside. I think I have a tote bag to paint next, and I'll do a hat, a simple hat that I have. And then I'm gonna hop off here and keep going. If you haven't heard me explain this before, you see that I'm painting right on top of these black lines with this yellow paint, and it's not covering it up. And if you're a graffiti artist, you're like, how in the world is that possible? Airbrush paint is different than spray paint. It's not necessarily all opaque, which is the same reason why black shirts take so much longer. You gotta put down that white base because this paint is transparent. It means I can just paint right on top of stuff, and all it does is kind of add color. It tints color. It doesn't cover what's below. See you, Liv. Bye, guys. Leave. Where are you going, Liv? The internet is everywhere. You can come back. You just mean leave the stream for today? You know what's crazy to me is I think that you watch like most of the streams like all the way through. That's insane to me. Sometimes these are like 2.5 hours long. I'm just doing my job. And you guys are just hanging out. I think it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but I get bored painting. You guys gotta get bored just watching. See your uncle in West Virginia? They have internet in West Virginia. Some places have in West Virginia. Red is spraying very slowly because it's probably too thick, and well, that's why it's clogged up. My little breather hole in my bottle is clogged, so as I'm spraying, it's creating a vacuum in my paint bottle. Now that I've allowed air to replace that air that was sucked out, It will spray quickly again. I'm gonna do some of those dagger strokes in red too. I need to practice my narration skills. I'm trying to achieve like a Bob Ross level of narration. I've got several years of practice to go before I reach that. What is your favorite color? Some bluish, tealish. A dislike. You can have a dislike, that's fine. I'm not offended by people disliking videos. How often do I clean my brushes? I don't ever just sit down and clean all of them. I haven't done that in several years. But I'll run into issues where I need to fix or clean an airbrush out around once a day, and I'll just sit there like I did earlier, and I'll just kneel down and take it apart real quick and clean paint out. Usually it takes a minute or so to clean an airbrush back into an operational state. But again, I don't just take them apart and soak them or anything like that. It's much harder to clean gravity-fed brushes than it is to clean siphon-fed brushes. And maybe that's not the case necessarily. Maybe it's gravity-fed brushes are more finicky, and the work that you do with them is so much more precise that they need to be cleaned more often. But with mine, I'm spraying at high pressures, and I'm painting not quite as detailed artwork, and they just don't need to be cleaned as often to get the performance that I need. So cleaning is not a big deal. But when you are cleaning, some water usually does the trick. If you need something hardy, or some alcohol, rubbing alcohol does great. It's real simple, real easy. When you put the letter in the middle, should the letter fall right in the middle of the lettering? I mean, well, it depends. Not necessarily, because your letters don't necessarily have to all be the same width. If there was a letter I in here, that always takes up less space than the letter M, for example. M's a big letter. So no, your letters don't need to be centered, but your design needs to be centered. And as you see, mine isn't, because we're overlapping a sleeve over here, and we're not over here. But visually, if you take that whole design and average it left and right, it's pretty centered, because there's a lot more weight on this side than that side. So even though this one comes farther over here, the whole design is heavier on this side, and it just looks centered. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a, I mean, you want it to be close and good, but it's a visual art. No one's ripping out their tape measure here. What bags do I use? What size bags? I don't know. That looks like about 15 inches. Here, I have a tape measure. It's 14 3/4 by 15. Tote Bag Factory has got some great tote bags, believe it or not. I need to turn this off. This is still recording. Next is a script design. LOL Spicy, what do you say? Had to have my dinner. My parents, you guys are weird. It's so strange having fans. Can I call you guys my fans? I want to. All one word, laced fly, black, pink, and white. LACED, capital FLY. A capital F in the middle of a word. I guess that worked. I want to add a thing. Boom, boom, boom. No, Dale. Alright, black, pink, and white. This F needs to be a little darker. It's capitalized. We're not your fans, that's fine. We are your airheads. I still don't know how I feel about that word, the airheads. I don't know. It's cool from an internal perspective, going like, hey, we are the airheads, we like this name. But from the outside, it seems really cheesy. But I could be wrong. Regardless, there are going to be some emojis that are airhead related. Alright, 14% battery remaining. I think I can do this tote bag and then one of the hats. Is there a mistake? Mistake? I don't know what that means. It's fine. Ouch! By the way, the front of the airbrush is sharp and will stab you and make you sad. I think this has to be the last one, guys. My battery's almost dead. And I have about 500 shirts to press and get ready to ship today. This is a simple one. You get your own emoji, you get a emoji. You can share it. What do I usually draw the most? Letters. Letters are my thing. I like letters. What do we have? Miguel in black, red, yellow, and then the right corner in a small font, 333 in black. Okay. Black, red, and yellow. I'm gonna do the red and yellow background first. This is the wrong paint. So my goal, guys, I'm not trying to hound you guys for money or anything, but I do want to make it known. My goal is to have a bunch of official channel members at $2 a month each, so it's not a lot of money. I kept it really, really low on purpose because I would rather have a bunch of little members than fewer people trying to front more money. But that membership will give you a cool title beside your name, and once I have enough of them, once enough of you guys are in here, then I'm going to close off the chat to outsiders and just have members chat, and that way we can have better conversations. I think, at least sometimes, I don't know, because when there's 100 people in here, it'd be really hard to have conversations. So I'd like to have real members. You can hit that join button to do that if you care to do that. I'm not going to switch the chat over to that until I've got a significant amount of members, and it needs to be done for chat purposes. But eventually, it'll be neat to do that. I second that question. What's the most common mistake when airbrushing? Most common mistake I make is spelling stuff wrong, but airbrushing in general, a lot of people will paint when they're starting out and they'll let go of the air to stop lines. You don't want to do that, because if you're spraying paint and then you let go of everything, there's a bunch of wet paint stuck on this, and as soon as you spray paint again, you're going to get that splatter of paint that comes out every time. So when you're starting painting, you want to stop and start the paint with the trigger, not with the air. If you can get that down and get good trigger control, you'll be good to go. Overspray is a big thing too, yeah. People throw down way too much paint and get paint everywhere. I'm writing Miguel. There's some numbers down here. I'm gonna paint these first so I don't run out of room. Miguel. That's a pretty weird G. But kind of strange. Don Oliver, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Like I said, these members, you'll see if he chats, you'll see that little icon by his name, which is guaranteed to make you cooler and live longer. Doctor recommended. But yeah, it's only $2 a month to be a member. And I'm going to keep it that way. I'd much rather make the revenue from ads and stuff, not directly from you guys, but I will have like merch available for sale soon. My Teespring store got deactivated because of the Among Us stuff. But I now have a, what's it called? A Spreadshirt shop. That's in progress. I like Spreadshirt a lot better anyway. So that'll happen. Woohoo, I'm a member. That's what's up, Don. Yeah, keeping the airflow without paint is the problem. And don't live, and everybody else do not feel bad, or if you can't support, that's absolutely fine. I'm never gonna make any of my content for members only or anything like that. It's free for everybody. Welcome in the chat. Everything. Just if you can, it's very appreciated and helpful. It goes directly into me being able to make more videos. Just know all that. But other than that, I'm gonna throw some white highlights in this, and I'm gonna hop off of here and finish getting these ready for the post office. As always, thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. I appreciate the questions, I really do. I like to answer the questions. They help me know what you guys want to see and what you need to learn, so that I can improve my channel and improve the videos, and hopefully improve your airbrushing and art skills as time goes on. I'm working with 5% battery, so I'm gonna definitely leave here. We'll do a recap of what we saw, what we painted today. We got our Fight Club shirt, some butterflies. Ethan was what we did originally, or a couple minutes ago. That guy. What was the fun one? I know I did a couple good ones. I guess it was Earnhardt, that's what I'm thinking. The other side was better. What was it saying? Daytona. That was cool. And Squirt King. I painted this stuff and you guys weren't here for that because it was last night. Boring. This is one of the ones that looks really cool. And the black light paint. The speckles and stuff look really neat. Everything just stands out a lot. It's a lot more fun to paint in this lighting too. A unicorn, boring. Most of these are boring. This one was cool. I want to show this one off. Thank you for the super chat, Cherish. Appreciate it. This one's cool. I don't know. It's just a shirt. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And improve your airbrush experience. Let me read these comments, because I'm sure there's some questions as I'm getting off here. Thank you, goodbye. Thank you, goodbye. No, the stream's ending. I have to go, guys. I'm sorry. My battery's running out. I got work to do. But I will be back probably tomorrow. Don't end it, please. I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing the thing. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, most likely. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.